Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Infitech. In this video we are going to see how to upload an object or a file to S3 using Node.js. So to get started, we will start creating a Node project. So here I am in this directory Node.js. So I am going to create a directory called upload to S3. So this is our directory. So I am going to the directory, and here I will initialize our node project with the command npm init -y. So with this we have created an node project, and we are having this package.json file, and our entry point is index.js. So let me create that index.js file. So yeah, so this is our index.js file. So in order to connect to the AWS services, we need to install the AWS SDK into our project. So we are having a npm dependency called AWS SDK. So I'm going to install that AWS SDK using this command npm install AWS SDK. So this command installs the AWS SDK into our project, and as you can see, we have got this AWS SDK as a dependency into our project. So and in order to connect to the AWS through our AWS SDK, we need some security credentials. So those security credentials will be provided by the AWS through this console, where you can find those security credentials here. You can click on my security credentials, and you can find you can find your security credentials in this access keys. You need access key ID and secret access key. You can find those two on clicking this button, create new access key. So I'm already having one access key with me. So first let me start by importing AWS SDK. So basically I am requiring the AWS SDK, and then I also need AWS key access keys provided by the AWS console. So I'll be taking those. So the first one which we require is key ID. So and also the other is secret key, and these two are provided to us by this AWS console. So these are the credentials which I took from the console. So this is the key ID, and this is the secret key. And make sure you don't use mine, because I'll be deleting this access key soon after this video. And also basically first let me head over to the service S3. So S3 is basically a cloud storage provider where you can store all your files or any kind of media in these buckets. So it helps a lot while building any web applications or mobile apps. So basically this is the storage provider provided by the AWS, and there is another alternative provided by Google, which is the Google Cloud Storage. So this is AWS S3. Basically an object is a media file or a file. So basically objects are stored in the buckets. So to store our files into AWS 3, we need to create a bucket, and in that bucket we'll be storing our files. So first we need to create a bucket. So I am going to name my bucket. I'm going to create a constant. Let's say bucket name. Let's call our bucket as Infitech. So this is our bucket name. So first let me initialize an S3. Let me initialize with S3. I am going to say AWS dot S3. So here I am going to pass our credentials. So this S3 requires access key ID, which is the key ID, and it also requires secret access key. So our secret access key is the secret key, constant variable. So basically this is how we initialize our S3 through code, and after initializing we need to create a bucket. So to create a bucket, AWS requires some parameters to be passed. So I'm going to create an params object in order to create a bucket. So the parameter is going to be the bucket name. So I'm going to pass the bucket key and the value is going to be the bucket name. So this is the only parameter which we required to create a bucket. So now I'm going to create a bucket with this S3, and I'm going to say S3 dot create bucket. So I'm going to pass the params. So in order to create the bucket, S3 requires some parameters to be passed. So these are and we will be getting a callback, and we may receive an error or we may receive the data as well. So let me handle this callback. If we receive any error, let's say print that error onto the console, and if everything is fine, that means if the bucket is successfully created, let me handle that as well. I can say bucket created successfully, and here I can say I can also print out the location of the bucket created. So this is how you create a bucket. So first let us check with this code whether the bucket is being created successfully or not. So now I'm going to run this file. So now I'm going to say node index.js. So if everything is fine, we need to get a message called bucket created successfully. So we are getting some error. So we need to use this new here in order to initialize our S3. So now I'm going to rerun again. As you can see, it is saying that bucket has been created successfully. Now we can check that bucket in our console. If you refresh here, you can see that our bucket has been created successfully under this region. So let me open this, and we can see we have no any objects in our bucket. So now let us upload an object to our Infitech bucket, right? So in order to upload, I'm going to create a function called upload file, and this upload file requires the file as the parameter, takes file as the parameter. And so we have to, before uploading the file to S3 bucket, we need to read that file in terms of buffer. So for that, I'm going to make use of this fs, which helps us to read the file present in our system. So fs is the module available to us. So basically I'm going to read the file. So I'm going to say file content, and I'm going to say fs dot read file sync. This method helps us to read the file in terms of buffer, and this is the file content which we are going to upload to S3 bucket. So after reading, you have to upload this file content file to your S3 bucket. So in order to upload your file to S3 bucket, you need some parameters as well. So I'm going to create a params object, and I'm going to pass all the required params in order to upload an object. So first I'm going to pass the bucket name, to which bucket which I need should I upload this file content. So after specifying the bucket, and you should also give the key. This key is nothing but your name of your object. You can say photo.jpg. So this will be the file name of your object in your bucket. So after key, you need to also pass the body, which is the most important one, and our body is going to be the file content. and also you can specify the content type as well. You can say image / jpg. So this helps us to recognize the what kind of an object which is present in that bucket. So after specifying the parameters, you need to upload your file. So you can say s3.upload and you need to pass the params, and here also you will be getting the error and data as well. So if there is any error while uploading that object, we can print out on the console. Else if everything is fine, you can say console.log file uploaded successfully, and you can say data.location, right? So this is how, but we need a file to be uploaded. So let me do one thing. So I'm going to upload my photo and paste it in your directory, the same directory. Yeah. Okay, let me copy this, let me paste it here. So this is the file which I'm going to upload. So now I need to call the function upload file. Here I have to pass the file name. Our file name is mypic.jpg, basically this file. So yeah, already we have created the bucket, so we don't need to run this code again. Only we need is to upload the file. Okay, so let me run this file. As you can see, the file has been uploaded successfully, and this is the URL for our uploaded file. So basically by default your objects are not public, so you have to make your objects public before accessing them with the URL. So click on this and on actions, make it public and make public. See, yeah, you can see the object has been made public. So now you can access this URL and open it in your browser. See, yeah, this is how you can, this is the URL to your uploaded object in the S3 bucket. So as you can see, you can find your photo.jpg in your S3 bucket. So this is how you upload an object to a S3 bucket using Node.js with the help of this AWS SDK. In the same way, you can make use of the other cloud services provided by AWS to us with the help of this AWS SDK as well. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video.